Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. Welcome back yet again everybody. We've got another video right here that I've been waiting to do for a long time. This 4th of July weekend. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Like I promised to you guys, this 4th of July weekend, I'm gonna make as many videos as I can because this is my time off before it gets really serious in my orientation. Now this fragrance I'm about to review comes from the house of Arabian Oud folks, and Arabian Oud is one of my favorite brands ever. And why do I like Arabian Oud? I like Arabian Oud for the simple fact that they make a lot of bangers, a lot of really good perfumes that are not just to be enjoyed by people that know Middle Eastern perfumes or know Oud. I think that even people outside of that sphere, if you want to learn more about Middle Eastern perfumes, I think that Arabian Oud is one of the most perfect houses to get into. There's a fragrance for everyone here, and I think that depending on your fragrance journey, you can really appreciate certain perfumes in this house. And today, speaking of fragrance journey, I think that this fragrance is definitely part of mine. Now the fragrance we are going to talk about today is none other than Arabian Oud. Oud Maliki or Royal Oud. Oh my gosh, it took 2 years. This is Oud Maliki or Royal Oud. This fragrance is actually popular within the Arabian Oud sphere, and I think that outside of it, for most people that have heard about this, it's more of a curiosity. It's a mystery because Arabian Oud, they don't sell samples, and this fragrance right here, Royal Oud, initially came out as a box set. Okay, so it came out as a box set, $1,500, and for me, like, I only found out about this through Cubano, who made a video basically saying, oh my god, this is bonkers, this is like a $1,500 like Royal Oud box set. And at that time, I would say maybe a couple years ago when I bumped into his video, I would say that $1,500 for a perfume was kind of bonkers. And as the months and years passed by from that point, that $1,500 actually that I thought was pretty bonkers seemed normal. You know, like there were companies that just dropped perfumes that were on that price point, or if not higher. I think Boudicca dropped more sapphires. Boudicca dropped even more like Animal Yearly perfumes that were like over $1,000. And then you had Louis Vuitton Pour Oud. You had The Night, which is over $1,000. So, I mean, it kind of became normalized, you know, but even at that, I think that there wasn't enough info for people to grasp that would make them like run and buy this Royal Oud right here. And then they split this up. They split the box set up, the oil and then the perfume. They actually split this up and they made the perfume version more accessible in my opinion because the price is lower. And I think on the website it's $700. And if you stick till the end of the video, I'll show you guys how you can get that for less. But on the official Arabian Oud website, it's $700, okay? And then more people, in my opinion, were able to experience this rather than pay $1,500. Now, the big questions on Oud Maliki that I'm sure you guys and gals want to know is, number one, what is the scent development like? What is the scent development like? That's number one, and I will definitely answer that today, forensic style. I read a comment that, you know, I do fragrance forensics, so I'll give it to you forensic style. And number two is, how does this compare or rank with other popular oud fragrances? Okay, so I will definitely answer both. I think those are the key questions right here that I'm gonna answer here with Arabian Oud Royal Oud. Now before I continue, hit that subscribe button please. We are headed to 12,000. Actually, just today, I think we're at 11,800. We got 200 more, then we hit 12,000. I mean, for me, that's a big thing. So please do not forget to like and subscribe. And then here we go. Let's go spray this thing right now. Okay, so let's talk about Arabian Oud, Oud Maliki. Now, Oud Maliki is what you would call a classic triad in Middle Eastern perfumery. So it's called a triad because it's got 3 chief notes that are often used in Middle Eastern perfumery. Some people add some more notes just to kind of like fill it in. But mostly, guys, the classic triad is your rose, your oud, and your musk. It's pretty minimalist, but of course, stuff like this, fragrances like this with minimalist Middle Eastern notes, the classic triad, is actually more on the quality. Okay, it's the quality of the notes. And I would say that this one right here, as compared to other high quality oud fragrances, this one right here has quality. Very, very high quality right here with Royal Oud with the classic triad. Now, the interesting thing though is that although it is a classic triad, in my opinion, there are 4 distinct stages of Arabian Oud, Oud Maliki. Instead of having 3 distinct stages, in my opinion, there's 4. And I will discuss that on this video. The first stage of Arabian Oud Royal Oud is actually a rose oud component, okay? It's a rose oud that starts off this fragrance right here. And again, high quality rose, high quality oud. And what kind of oud are we talking about here? We're talking about Cambodian oud. Now, Cambodian oud, if you don't know, this is that animalic type, barnyard type oud. But here in the intro of Arabian Oud Royal Oud, it actually comes in unison. Actually, the Cambodian oud, you can only smell it on its own maybe for the first few seconds upon spraying this fragrance, but the rose does immediately come in, joining this Cambodian oud into a nice combination right here. Now, the rose right here in Royal Oud initially is kind of like a fruity, jammy rose, guys, okay? That eventually evolves into like a darker rose as it goes with the oud. And man, I would say that this part right here is almost exactly, if not exactly the same as one of my favorite rose oud fragrances, and that is Boudicca the Victorious Dasman. Okay, so that is a reference point for those that have smelled Dasman. If you've smelled it and you like the rose oud part, you're blown away by that rose oud part, trust me, the initial part of this one is almost the same. It's very, very close, guys. And I don't know which one came first, Dasman or this one. I think this one, but I really don't know. I really don't know what came first, the chicken or the egg. But I mean, this one very much smells like the rose oud component of Dasman right here. And if we're talking about the animalic nature of the Cambodian oud here in Oud Maliki, I would say that it's a few notches below Ombre Nomad. So it's not as animalic as Ombre Nomad. It's a few notches below. And once the rose comes in, it kind of subdues that part too. I think it's a great combination. You know, again, this is like the Dasman type of combination right here in this rose oud, and this stage lasts like 2 to 3 hours into this fragrance right here. Now, one thing to take note of right here in the opening of Oud Maliki is that there is no nuclear button here. That is opposed to something like the Night. And for fragrances like the Night or other powerful oud fragrances, I really have to go outside, because one little spray of, like, say, the Night fills up the entire house, and my wife can detect it from like a mile away and she'll get mad. So in my opinion, this one right here, no nuclear button. It's a beautiful sillage, beautiful aura like sillage, but no nuclear button, non-offensive. There's no punch in the face. Matter of fact, the craziest thing about this is that I would spray this thing, and as you can see, the vial is almost done as well. Look at me, I'm actually spraying it in this room, because this fragrance right here is really not a punch in the face type of fragrance. I think that the blend of the rose oud is just really smooth. And actually, I was wearing this around my wife, around my kids, and you know, they didn't say anything, which is really amazing, you know. So this is one of those fragrances that I think is really smooth. It's a really great opener. I think this is one of those fragrances that if you're getting into oud, you can actually wear, and you kind of sneak in and like slowly get everybody to smell you and adjust to what you're wearing, rather than like a big punch in the face, a big nuclear button that maybe you might not need in a social situation. Now the next phases are your musk and oud phase, as well as your musk phase. Now musk is a big note here. Musk right here in Arabian Oud Royal Oud is, in my opinion, the most powerful note. Okay, this is the most powerful note right here. The musk starts coming in during the rose oud phase, and it's a very uplifting musk. It's a clean, uplifting type of musk. Again, very powerful, and it blends in with that rose oud combination, and then eventually takes over. You're gonna get a musk woods phase, and then eventually it's gonna be just musk. Okay, and I think this is the big one right here. This is the one that makes a lot of believers, because I think that the initial rose oud phase is still on that super Middle Eastern like part, but then once the musk comes in, I think that even those that are into mainstream perfumes will appreciate this musk and woods part. Best way I can explain it is that it smells like a separate musk cologne, like perfume. You know, it's like a stage. It's a stage where the musk really does take over, and it smells like a very nice musk and woods men's perfume. And I think that the musk woods musk stage right here is one of the best stages of Oud Maliki right here. I mean, most of the rose oud fragrances or the triad fragrances that I've tried, most of them actually go into fade to black. Most, if not all of them. They go into a romantic, musk, amber, labdanum. It goes into like a fade to black. This is not like that at all, okay? This one gives you an uplifting musk and woods. And I think that it's just really, really nice. Some people say it's even therapeutic. I've seen feedback where some people said that this is therapeutic because it is so uplifting. And it will remind you, like I said, of a nice men's musk cologne with woods. And I think that, again, this is something to be liked. Some people say that the blend is amazing, and I think it's because this fragrance does not curve into a fade to black, but instead goes with oud and musk to musk. I think that this part will connect more to mainstream frag heads once this rose oud combo backs out and the musk does come in. Now with Arabian Oud Maliki, believe it or not, there's still a fourth stage, guys, and that is your musk and oud. And there is an oud component that is really not discussed in general places where you get info about this product, but it is discussed in a lot of Arabic websites. And actually I sensed this oud as well, and I'm really glad that I found out that this oud is in this fragrance right here. And that oud is none other than trad oud or thigh oud, guys, okay? And if you've watched any of my other oud videos, you know that thigh oud is a sweet oud. It's a sweet oud component right here in Oud Maliki. And this I started detecting once the musk started getting a sweet woody component. And that's how I knew, man, there must be another one. I mean, I thought it was amber, but it's basically thigh oud. So actually on the dry down, guys, the musk becomes woody musk with a little bit of sweetness with that thigh oud. And what a wonderful dry down, guys. And again, the mid part is going to be your very mainstream musk and woods uplifting musk, which is a definite turn from the usual fade to black. And then you're gonna get musk and sweet trad oud. My initial feedback on this fragrance after wearing it maybe 5-6 times is that this is a really, really good intro to oud. It's a really, really good intro to oud. And I said something very similar when I talked about LV Pour Oud, but then LV Pour Oud was like $1,500, okay? And LV Pour Oud, like I said before, feels like an incomplete thing because it's mostly for layering, and that one was basically oud and musk. This one has the classic triad, and if you want to really get into ouds and you want to smell just enough of that barnyard animalic with a really, really high quality rose that shifts into a fragrance that actually can be enjoyed in the mainstream, I think that this is it. This is one of the best when it comes to that. It is a great intro to oud, and so I implore you to test this one or even buy this one if you are ready, if you think you're ready to get into the oud space. And also, in my opinion, this fragrance is one of the most, if not the most, usable oud fragrances ever. This is a stark difference to other fragrances such as Dasman, such as The Night, which actually, if you think about it, The Night is more novelty. It's more on something that you will enjoy maybe by yourself. And Dasman, like I only pull out Dasman whenever it's like special occasions, big events where I have to show like elegance and a royal vibe. I'll bring out Dasman right here. But this one right here, I think this is like a baseline. Like if you live there, you don't need a special occasion to wear this because it's very, very wearable thanks to that musk and oud component. So this fragrance is not one of those fragrances that, you know, you're just gonna wear sparingly and display on your case and say, hey, I own like a $1,500 Royal Oud fragrance. It's not that royal. It's actually very, very wearable. And I think that any man that is maybe on a supervisory or like a managerial role, somebody that actually connects with other customers, can wear this normally, even in the West. And that is thanks to the musk oud component yet again. And it still has that component of like Middle Eastern like royalty, you know, with that rose oud combo in the beginning. Like I said, the oud, although this is Cambodian oud with that animalic nature, it's super blended in with that rose. Again, very Dasman-like right here. Now, performance-wise, this fragrance is an aura scent. Again, there is no nuclear button. It will not fill a room, but it has very, very good sillage, and people around you will smell you. And this fragrance, to me, performance-wise, significant scent, over 10 hours. So you're not gonna have a problem with the performance, just no nuclear button, which I really like. I really like that. No nuclear button, smooth, moderate sillage. I really like it. I mean, I got nothing to say about the performance. And the price is also pretty competitive. And I was gonna tell you guys that although it is $700 on the Arabian Oud website, on eBay, it's $277 or something like that. 280, 277. It's only $200 something on eBay to get like an 80 ml of this Royal Oud. And as you can tell on that listing, it's almost gone, you know, because like I told you guys, it's a very usable one. It's really not like a display case type of perfume that you kind of swag around and you flex around to your fragcom buddies. This is a very, very usable oud that has the classic triad with stages that I said are not actually really predictable. A lot of people are expecting a fade to black. This has a wonderful mid and dry down here that I think is worth testing right here. Okay, so that is it. That is my review of Arabian Oud Maliki. Let me know on the comments below what you guys think of this fragrance right here. I've seen a bunch actually when I started putting this on a poll, and a lot of people say that it's the best Arabian Oud or it's the best oud that they've ever tried. And I believe you guys. I believe you guys. You know, this one right here is one of the top in my opinion. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever tried it and how do you think this compares to other oud fragrances. I gave mine. What's yours? Let me know. And again, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. Your likes, your subscriptions really does help the channel in a very big way, guys. Help us get to 12,000. We're almost there. 200 more. That's all you got to do. It's free to do so. And as for Arabian Oud, we are going to review more of them. Okay, one of the friends of the channel, Kyle, he's actually committed to help us with some of these Arabian Oud fragrances that in my opinion are underground famous. Okay, I won't tell you the names right now. I'll start putting feelers out there soon, but there are Arabian Oud fragrances that to me are underground famous. They're not as famous as Risala, for example, and we are going to review them, guys. Okay, so thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching the ads, thank you for commenting, thank you for being here. I got another video for y'all tomorrow. Hang on tight. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.